Well, hello everyone. I am finally back, and as you can see, my voice is back too. I am almost over the coughing, still hacking up a little bit, but it is a million times better than what it was earlier. Hello, Javita. I see you're here. Glad to have you. Oh, dang, y'all. I didn't know if I was going to make it there or not for a while. My medication that comes once a month that's so expensive. They called in the middle of this, me hardly being able to talk. And dang, they were so worried about me that they that they had the pharmacist there at the facility call me. I guess I really did sound terrible, y'all. Oh, thank you. I see you, Simple Grower. I'm doing good. I have lots of things to talk about tonight, so hope that I have a lot of people that'll show up tonight, y'all. Uh, not doing a whole lot right this minute. It's kind of waiting to see if anyone else is going to come in. We have been scooting around here, guys, uh, trying to get things done. We've had cold spell hit. We've had rain. We have had a lot of things going on. Now, Simple Grower, am I subscribed to you? That's I've seen the name before. Hello, making it home. Glad to have you. I'm from Georgia. Simple Grower. Oregon here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to look you up and see if we are if I'm subscribed to your channel. Hello, Miss Dot. How are you? And hey, Miss Sizemore, how are you today? And there's Hat Creek Homestead. Hey, guys. I am so happy to see some people coming in. We have got lots to talk about tonight, y'all. A lot been going on, you know. And there's Wanda Henry. Hey, Wanda, I'm glad to see you're in here. Yeah, we have. Oh, you know, we went on that cruise. Lord Jesus, we had a blast, guys. If I hadn't got sick there at the end, there's no telling what we would have got into. No, my granddaughter's roommates had turned up a little bit sick, and you know she's just moved to another area, Boonesville, uh, North Carolina. And so, hello, Leonard Mountain Homestead. Hello, hello. Yeah, so I guess she brought the bug down here and she felt so bad. She kept saying, "Oh, Nana, I'm sorry I got you sick. I'm sorry I got you sick." Oh, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get all the lives and all the subscribers that I can get, guys. I'm still working on it here. I've got like 556 or 57 subscribers, so we're getting there, but it sure has slowed down. I guess I'm gonna have to come up with something really good. And yep, we the cruise was, you know, it was real good, but that boat was rocking the whole time we were on it. And then our cabin was closer to the front of the boat, so we felt it even more so than we would have before. So I'm going, oh, I hate this. So next time I'm going to make sure that they set me a cabin in the middle of the boat somehow. And it won't be nearly as much walking either because we ate at the front of the boat, but all the activities were 90% of the activities were at the back of the boat. Oh, Hat Creek. Hat Creek's in here. I didn't see them. Okay. Hello, Hat Creek. And let's see what else is going on. Hey, there's Arlene. Hello, Arlene. Let's see. Oh, oh, okay. I know who you are now. I had to think of it. I don't remember seeing her before. Oh, yeah, yeah. And tell Tony I said, hey, and there's Tanya, my oldest daughter. So we have been having it here, guys. Between me getting sick and all the other stuff going on, you guys, and that cruise, and I had my granddaughter drive home. That's how bad I felt. And I don't ever let anybody drive my vehicle, so I had to feel pretty darn bad that night. I came home and went to bed, and I got out of the bed just to go to the bathroom for the next 3 days. And then I didn't do much after that. This house is a disaster from it. Well, it's a little bit better now that I'm feeling better, but it was a disaster, guys. I mean, really, because there was no cleaning up after the dogs, and they were dragging leaves in from outside, and just, because they come in and out the pet door all the time. And I'm normally sweeping or dust mopping or something about 3 or 4 times a day. Well, they didn't get done there for 4 or 5 days, the whole time I was sick. Anyway, but I wanted to tell y'all some of my news. Well, a lot of you know, I sold my camper. Well, the fifth wheel sold real well, and I got what I was asking for it. So I've been looking at more campers, and I went this past weekend and I bought me one. I bought a 2016 camper, and I love it. I'm going to be putting out a video of it, going through it and letting y'all see it. The guy that owned it had a grill. He had bought a grill and had it mounted to the bumper where it had a swing arm that would swing around. And so thank you for putting that up there, Javita, for Hat Creek. Yes, and also was I getting at? Oh, the grill, everything, the tire covers, everything has the tire, the grill, everything has real nice covers that are built for it. And so I've got to get the tire cover painted the Rambling Peach, guys. I just can't help it. I got to do it. And hello, Tony. How are you? Finally figured out how to activate the chat. Oh, good. Good for you. I'm glad you did. You've done it before, but if you're like me, I can do something 2 or 3 times and still don't get it right. The next time I have to do it, because my brain's so short, my memory. I have so much stuff up here that I just don't have room for that non-essential junk. I guess that's my excuse anyway, guys. But so yeah, it has 2 bunks in it. And then it has just a little full-size bed up front. And it's right there at the door. And that's one of the things we were not hoping to get. But you know what? I really like it. The guy that I got it from gave me a huge 3-burner grill that has the griddle and everything with it. It is a Camp Chef, I believe. It has the legs that came with it and all that. It needs cleaning up because it had sat out in his shed, which I don't really need the thing, but if you're going for a long time, you might want that. But this one grill that's mounted, he had mounted on there. He had it professionally mounted, and it came, bought it from an RV store so that it would go there, and it's permanently there. So that's nice. It's propane. Also, this camper has the solar set up. I already own it, so that's pretty cool. I'll have to add a solar panel if I want to, take advantage of that. Let's see. It is. I'm real proud of it. We were looking for something that had 2 axles, just for better stability on the road, and if you were to have a blowout on one tire. But we just couldn't find anything that was the size that I wanted to get for my vehicle to pull. Hello. And you know what? I got it for a steal. The price was fantastic. We had gone all the way down to South Georgia somewhere. Can't even think of the name of the little town now. To an RV outlet store and looked at a 2022. And the 2022 was not as nice as the 2016 that I bought. And also the couple that sold it to me left every bit of their supplies in it, their pots and pans, all of their plates. There were 2 blankets in there that are brand new, still got the tags on them. So I came out really good on this deal. I feel like I did. And I've already put water in there and checked everything out, and it seems like everything on it works perfectly. He said it did. And so far, I've not lit the heater yet on it, but I'm going to. We went and got gas for the propane tanks today because they were empty, guys. But anyhow, so I mean, it's got everything. I mean, he left all of the hoses, the everything, and all of it looks brand new. So they must not have used this camper very much at all. He said his kids had gotten grown and just weren't using it again. Hello, Melody. It's good to see you here. I'm glad you're here. And the Simple Grower, yes, I believe that it was a real good deal. I'm real excited about it and can't wait now to go camping. It has 2 bunks. And the bottom bunk will fold up and lock in place. And it has a door that you can open from the outside so that if you don't want to use that bunk, you've got a heap more storage there. Well, I guess that's not correct English to use heap, but a lot of storage there. Also, you guys, I wanted to tell you, my brother had a total knee replacement about 2 weeks ago now. 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. And he done good, came home, was getting around pretty good, and had to go back for his first rehab, where they start working with making sure he's moving it and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be going camping, you guys. The tour, I'm going to show that tomorrow. I'm going to post it tomorrow if I can get it up in time. But getting back to my brother, so when he left the rehab, he got to feeling bad on the way home. He got to feeling real bad. And so he went home and went straight to bed. And he said he just felt funny and kind of was hurting, and he thought it was coming from the pain in his leg. Well, by Friday, he was in horrible shape. And he finally got in touch with his daughter, and she came and got him, took him to the hospital here in LaGrange. It's a Wellstar hospital, of course. And they put him in intensive care. He had a blood clot turned loose from that knee and went to his heart. And they found out that he has 3 blockages. One was 100%, one was 90%, and one was 80%. Well, the last few times that I had went and seen him, he was telling me that he had a hard time breathing. And hey, I had a hard time breathing too, if I had all that. And so, yeah, so he has been in horrible shape, guys. They finally got the blood clot to split they had him on some medication. It shut down his kidneys. And so finally they took him off of that and put him on something else, and the blood clot started dissolving and all that. So then they sent him from the hospital here in LaGrange to Kennestone Hospital in Kennesaw, Georgia. And that's one of the main hospitals worldwide for open heart surgery. And so they did open heart surgery on him. Well, he was in a heck of a shape after that. Dang, he had fluid around his heart, had fluid in his lungs. They said he had pneumonia during the time when they were trying to dissolve the clot. So he has just had one thing happen right after another. Bless his heart, if he gets out of that hospital alive, we will never get him back in the doctor's office. He's going to be going, no. Yeah, so I went and saw him. I've been so sick that I hadn't been able to go see him, and I've tried to call, and I've kept in touch with his daughters, and they've kept me, abreast of what's going on with him and all. And I went to see him Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, Saturday. I went to see him. I went to see him Saturday, and spent the day up there. And he was ill as a hornet. Those nurses were driving him crazy. They kept coming in there and asking him. I mean, I know they had been in there more than 15 times in 2 hours. I counted. I can understand why he was so ill. So yes, we'll take all the prayers we can get for him. His name is Roger. And I love him to death. He's 17 months older than I am. So my mom had her hands full between my oldest brother, Kenneth, that passed away, and Roger and me. I'm sure that my oldest brother was born with spine problems. So he was never ever able to sit up or walk or anything. So, she had her hands full with all those little heathens, like from 5 to tiny, Oh, I don't know how she did it, because mine like drove me crazy, and I had them 7.5 years apart. So my oldest one, I'd make her sit on the sofa and give a bottle to the youngest one while I'd cook dinner at night, because it was about the same time, and I wanted to stay on our routine. So yes, he's had one heck of a time, guys. And I put out the little video of the car, and that was really a cool car. The what was it? Victoria. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It wasn't but just a couple of minutes, guys. I have tried my best to upload a video of the cruise. I have got everything in the computer and got it going. And when I get everything in there, get it edited, got it looking good, all of a sudden it just disappears. I don't know what the heck's happened. It's twice it has done this. It'll be just there, and all of a sudden it'll disappear. And I've not found it. And I've even went in. They have a software that I can upload, and it's called Wondershare Filmora 12 recovery something or another. And I've checked into that, so I may actually have to buy something else to get it back or whatever. I mean, I've still got my part of it, but I'm having to start over every time. And if I'm going to get halfway or 2/3 of the way done and it's going to disappear again, it's quite disheartening. But now that I'm feeling better, maybe I can get in there and get something done. But I just haven't been putting anything out because I have just felt so bad. I didn't even feel like looking at the computer, much less trying to edit something. And I'm not good at it anyway, guys. Let's face it. I'm really horrible at editing. But I'm better than I was with the first one. And I'll be better tomorrow and better after that. So, it's just it's just the facts of life. And Jovita, yes, the owner of that Victoria, it was as far as I could tell, it was in perfect shape. I wish we had been there when he came out so we could have gotten it running and gotten just, got a view of it and talked to the guy, and so we could at least say who owned it. And, if anybody wanted to check it out or anything, he may have had it on a website or something there. But it was, I just love old cars. And if they're really something special, that you don't see every day, it's even better. So, that was part of my good news. And I hope you guys enjoyed my news as much as I have. Hello, Bill. I see you just popped in, and I'm doing real good tonight. Finally. It's taken me 3 weeks now that I've just not felt like doing a live. So I think I've lost 2 or 3 weeks of lives. Well, I did the one 15 or 16 minute live just to be able to say I'd put something out, but it was not too good. I mean, I was just there. But all the news, and I can't wait. I'm ready now. So I've got to get up with DD5 and come on homesteading and find out. Oh, I have 460. Thank you. Great. That's wonderful. I'm glad you went over and checked me out. Simple Grower. Yeah, my got the camper, so I got to get with them and get me a campsite, and I want to try to get one close by everything that's going on so that I can get that done right off the bat. So I hate having to disconnect my vehicle and drive back and forth to something, or walk 1,000,000 miles, especially if you're toting food, or you know how you're having to do when you're doing stuff like that. But so I'm excited about that, going to the thing next year and not having to be in a tent. You know, it poured down rain this past year when we went to MT Homestead's Mid America meetup. And thank God I only got just one little spot about big as a silver dollar, maybe, in the very corner of my tent. But now the lady right down the hill from me, everything she had, all of her covers, her clothes that she had in the tent, everything got wet. And then it got right chilly at night a couple of times. So I was real glad that, you know, I'm kind of cold natured at night anyway. Once I go to sleep, I think blood pressure and everything must drop drastically because that's when I get cold. So, not really cold natured during the day because I'm up usually doing something. Uh, yeah. So, you know, I've got something that I can pull with Avalanche that I feel comfortable with. And can't wait. I'm ready for next year, guys. Also, I'm going to be taking it over to the lake or somewhere close by and just checking everything out good, which I've got hookups here for 50 amp and a 30 amp camper hookups with plumbing, you know, sewage and everything. So we're lucky there, you know. And so I've already hooked it up and checked out the lighting and everything, and all the running lights and everything work on it. Brakes work great on it. It's got new brakes, new tires. So I came real lucky with that also. I'm real excited. I'm going to check and see. I have not looked at the ply on these tires, and if I'm going to be going on long distances, I'm probably going to put some, is it 10 ply that they recommend for, you know, well, it's not a heavy camper. It's not, but about 3,800 pounds, you know. So probably by the time I put my clothes and food and whatever in there, you know, extra stuff plus what was already in there, it'll probably be about 4,000 pounds, something like that. So, you know, that's not anything for me to pull around with the Avalanche. Thank you, Leonard Mountain Homestead. Let's see. Oh, some new pages to watch. Okay, great. Thank you. I am so glad, and I hope you've subscribed to my channel. I hope to get that I'm still looking for my $1,000, my 1,000 subscriber mark by March the 16th, guys, and that's my goal. You know, hey Carrie Leonard, I'm glad to see you're here. Yes, it's my goal. You know, I may or may not meet it, but you know, I won't be depressed if I don't meet it. It's just a goal that I set, you know, and I'm hoping I get there, but if I don't, it'll be all right. I won't get all depressed and boohoo and quit the channel. And I've got to get these little mutts of mine bathed. They are so nasty. Rosie climbs the fence. You know, we have a rail fence all the way around the back deck and everything, and that crazy. Oh, thank you, Leonard Mountain Home. I appreciate that. I appreciate it very much. And I'm going to check out your channel also. And the Simple Grow, I'm going to check you guys out too. If you have a channel, I'm assuming you do with the name. Yes, trying to think of what else is going on out here, around here. Yes, that crazy Rosie. She is a devil in disguise. What we're going to do with her. But she, you know, I put some a piece of wood over the corner there where she was climbing the darn fence and getting out, because she was climbing and then running across the top rail and jumping down to the steps and getting down to the ground, going down the steps. Well, it didn't stop that little devil one bit. And so, you know, dang, thank you, making it home. I hope to see you there. That's great. So, you know, that didn't stop her. Heck, she just found her another spot to come up. And now she'll go right over the gates themselves like it's nothing. So she's got that climbing the wire on the gates like it's gets them little toenails hooked in there. And I've ground them down just as short as I can grind them without it hurting her. and it didn't stop her one bit, that little devil. So, yes. So that little heathen, she thinks now that she has to jump in the car and ride with my husband. We looking after my mother-in-law. And so Joey goes over there several times a day, because we don't live but about less than 2.5 miles from where she lives. And she still insists on staying at home, even though, she's starting to see people. So far, they've been good people. It's a woman and some kids that come and visit her sometimes. But so far, she's not had any issues out of them. But she's using them as an excuse for why she misplaces things. And so it's kind of funny. It's not funny, but it is funny in a way. And when she first started talking about her, I told her, I says, well, God's sending somebody to look after you. And she thought about it a minute. She says, yeah, that's what it is. So, as long as she feels, okay with seeing things, it's all part of the dementia that's going to be taking over her body completely before long. And that's so sweet of you. Yeah, we have so many small channels out there that are really good channels, and they're trying to get to their 1,000 subscribers and their 4,000 watch hours. And I've had my 4,000 watch hours since about the second month that I started it this year, back in the end of May and 1st of June, whenever it was when I started it. But I have not gotten my 1,000 subscribers. Like say I'm at 460 or something like that. And when we get to 500, guys, we're going to have a little small giveaway. So I hope you guys are going to stick around and see what we have to give away. I do know we're going to have some little homemade hats, boggins, because a friend of mine makes them, and she makes some super nice ones. And she's already told me that she's going to be making some for me to give away on my channel. And there'll be other little things, just pot holders and whatever. Some little lights, and maybe might even have a grand prize that'll be like a $25 gift card or something. You just never know. You got to come and see. So y'all keeping those asking people to check me out. The 1,000 subs is what's really gotten me, Bill. I was doing real good, and I was putting out a video almost every day. And then I got sick. Well, we went out of town, and then we went on the cruise, and then I come back from the cruise sick. So I'm just not putting out nearly what I ought to be putting out to be trying to get my subscribers up there. But like I say, I'm going to show y'all my camper tomorrow, and I'm going to try to do it maybe live. I don't know if I can do it live from my phone, but if I can, then we're going to show it. And if I do, I will try to post it when we're going to do it. If I can't, we will video and I will post that. But anyway, y'all, y'all smash those thumbs up. I need all the help getting out there in the algorithm as I can get. And gosh, Bill, you've had a lot of trouble with those containers that you bought here the last few days, haven't you? I have not caught up on everybody's videos because, like I say, I didn't even feel like opening my eyes there for a while. It was so bad. But maybe I can get started again. And thank you for posting Making It Home, and post Bill's Alaska's the Last Frontier too, Jovita, for me. Because, if anybody has not seen Bill's channel, they need to go check it out. He's got a lot of interesting things going on there. And I can't wait till you can take a break and go do some hunting and, maybe show us one of your other cabins or something. That would be fun. Something fun to see. Let's see. Okay, Melody. Is his to bless Calkins. She says it's 8:30 at her house and she's fixing to go to bed. But thank you so much for stopping by and visiting. I hope you enjoyed our little chat tonight. And if you guys have anything to say or anything that you would like to see me post, oh, he's getting his videos up today. Great, Bill. That's great. Twice a week this month. Wow, you're really rolling then. You're doing real good. Not seeing if you've got your bathroom finished. So like I say, I'm going to be checking it out. He's built a cabin, and he's fixing the inside of it up there in Alaska. And so you guys, if you've not seen Bill's channel, y'all check it out. And let's see, trying to think what else is going on. Oh, if any of y'all have any suggestions for some video content or something that you would like to see more of, or whatever, y'all let me know. I've got to get out, and when it gets over Christmas, I'm going to get out there and try to finish up and get my little garden beds fixed up. Oh, great, Carrie. Carrie said she has 215 subscribers. I've seen you've been doing quite a few lives, Carrie. That's great. I have gone in and seen a couple of them, but I've not been able to see them all. Oh, well, you know what, Bill, hopefully when you guys do your next meet up there in Alaska, nothing happens, maybe I can fly over that way and rent a car and get up there and see you guys. That would be fun. It's just so darn far to drive, there's no way that I could do it. I've done it before, but it would be rough from here to come all the way up to where you guys are, but it would be fun now. But I was going to do that. I would have to stay for quite a while. Thank you, Javita, for posting Carrie Leonard's channel for me. You guys, it's hard for me to sit for very long. I'm old. Oh, July the 13th. That's when you're going to have yours. Okay. I will put it on the calendar and try to, I think I may have put it on the calendar from one of your others. Oh, hello, Heartland, HQ with Deke, and Tank. I've been checking out your videos, and that little cat is something else. That's your neighbor's cat that roams around. Yep. So I've been watching some of you guys' channels, and y'all be sure and check out their little channel too. She does a lot of home canning, and just they post a lot of little shorts with their neighborhood cat, and just average everyday things that we post. I've learned that the shorts really get a lot of attention, guys, and I was surprised. I did not think the shorts would do so well, but they really do. And I know it takes a million people to watch a 1-minute video for you to get much time. But thank you, Bill. I appreciate you checking in with me. We'll see you on your next live, hopefully. We have just got so much going on, and we got that other old playhouse tore down. I didn't get a bit of that on video, and I hate it. And one of my roosters is kind of taken over and became bossy, and I've got 2 roosters in the same pen, so I'm gonna have to separate the speckled black and white rooster and some white hens into another pen for him, because the other one is getting kind of mean to him. They're not fighting too much right now, but he's going to eventually say, hey, I've had enough of this, and I don't want him to get hurt, you guys. And I've been letting them out to roam, and them little devils would not go back in the other night. So I said, you guys are going to stay in here until y'all can act better. So I have left them penned up for the last 2 or 3 days, just because it has been so messy and cold. And so that way I can just set their water up. I've got water with on-demand water that they can hit the little cups and it brings them water. And also I've got I've got a huge, 5-gallon watering container. And I'll probably take that container and put it in the other pen. Now, the other one up here, I've got just a 5-gallon bucket with some on it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a big cup full of tea there. I'm surprised I hadn't had to stop and get a swig from talking so much. But yeah, this is in the living room at our house. And this house, like I say, it is over 100 years old. So these old walls, some of them are beadboard look to them, and some of the walls don't have the bead on them. They're just board slats or whatever. So it's kind of an interesting situation. Oh, guys, I got a new TV today, or not today, Sunday, and finally got it all hooked up. Had to order a new Fire Stick to be compatible with this TV, which this is a smart TV, but it had the Roku whatever in it, but I don't have Roku. So I ordered me the newest Amazon Fire Stick, and finally got it in today and got it hooked up. So we're really enjoying being able to see a big TV for a change, because my other TV was like a 43-inch or something, and I got a 55-inch. It couldn't have been more than another foot at the most. Already been hanging off the mantle up here because I put it over my fireplace on the mantle. But we're excited about that. I had been saying for a while, we're gonna have to get another TV. I can't read, when you click on a movie and you think you want to watch it, and so you're reading to see what, I'm going to have to go, what does it say? And sometimes it'll be so small that I have to get up and walk up closer to the TV from the back of the room here. And so anyway, my sheep are doing good, guys. And I got rid of the Billy or the Buck because, well, there just was no point in feeding that sucker for another 6 months or a year because, he bred them all. So he done his job. So now we've sold him and we'll get another one for next breeding. Or maybe one of the babies from this breeding will be grown up enough by that time to rebreed for me. And so I'll have to buy one maybe. Anyway, yes, the Buc-ee's is opening. Yes, I have heard that. You know what? I've been messing with this dang TV and could not get it to take the Fire Stick. For some reason, it just would not do it. So I took the darn new Fire Stick and put it on an old TV that I have in the kitchen and hooked right up in there, and I got it online and everything. And so then I unplugged it in there and brought it in here and put it on this TV and worked great. So I said, dang, gotta do what you have to do to watch a darn TV nowadays. Used to back in the day, all you had to do was run out there and turn the antenna. If the wind had blown it and you didn't have it fastened down just right, they'd holler out the window, a little bit more, no, turn it back. I don't know if you guys ever lived in the country like I have. I've lived in the country all my life. So, yeah, it was nothing to have to go out and turn the antenna in the middle of a show because the wind blowed it or whatever. And, back in the day, we had a party line too. And you go in there and answer the phone or pick up the phone and you'd be talking to somebody, and all of a sudden somebody else would pick in and say, I need to use the phone. Or they'd start just talking with, on the conversation. And but that was, when we were kids. So when I was dating, I had to be real careful about what I would say to guys on the phone because we had so many nosy neighbors that was on our party line. Oh, she has a second TV hooked up to her satellite. Yeah, that's the case here. So I'm going to go ahead and order me another Fire Stick, and that way I can hook back up the TV in yonder. One of these Fire Sticks, I'm sure we have three, and I'm sure one of those is going to work on that TV in the um, kitchen. So I'm going to order a new one and put it on the TV in the bedroom. Hardly ever watch that TV in the bedroom, but when I was sick and laid up for all those days, it would have been nice to have um, TV to watch some of that time. Let's see. Glad I have Dink. He's my tech savvy dude. Uh, I guess dude. She says dude, it guy. Yeah, yeah. You know what? My husband is even he's older than I am, so he's even less tech savvy than I am when it comes to all this. But for some reason, this TV just would not pair with that remote on the Fire Stick. So anyway, party line deal. Okay, back in the day, we had just a small area here, and our phone came from West Point. And so, like they back in the old days when you watched Andy Griffin and they'd go and say, help me out with so and so or whatever. Well, this wasn't that bad, but there would be like 8 or 10 people that would be on the same line, and you had your own number. So, like if you got a phone call, and it would come in and ring at your house, but if somebody else picked up the line and you didn't know it, they could listen in on what that was on your party line. They could listen in to what you were saying on your darn phone, because they could hear what was being said, and vice versa. If we need to use the phone and we picked up the phone and somebody was on it and we wanted to, we could have sat there and listened to all the, the down and dirty that was going on or whatever. Yes, kind of like eHarmony. That's exactly right. So it's oh, okay. That would turn the antenna forward. We weren't that lucky. We had just a pole out there, and we'd have to go out there and twist that pole around. Us kids would, because my daddy or mom would send us out there and they'd open the window. Of course, we didn't have air conditioning either. Didn't have a bathroom in the house either for a while, y'all. But yeah, we'd go out there and we'd turn it until they said, okay, that's good. And sometimes they'd say, turn it again. No, turn it back the other way. Yeah, that's, so you might be out there 20 minutes and lose half of the show you were trying to watch to start with. Thinking of that, did any of you guys remember the show Dark Shadows? It was like a soap opera back in the day. When I was a kid, that was my favorite TV show. Let's see. Mother and I would send Dad out there so we could watch TV. Hey, yeah, I wish my dad would do that, but nah, he sent us youngins. My brother and my little sister didn't have to do anything. She was special. She was Daddy's favorite, so she really didn't have to do anything. But, that's good, I guess, for her. God, guys, I have been chattering and jabbering on this whole time. In case anyone is new coming in, I want all the prayers that I can get for my brother. He has been in the hospital now for a little over 2 weeks. He had 3 weeks ago, he had his knee operated on, had a complete knee replacement, and it had a blood clot turned loose. And so now he's had open heart surgery and had pneumonia and just all kinds of problems. So he's still in the hospital, and we're hoping that maybe we're praying that he'll get to come home this weekend. So right now he's improving, but like I say, when I went and seen him on Sunday, he was an ill pill. He didn't want to talk to nobody. He had done talked to them folks, and they'd come in there and ask the same thing. Every time. And one would still be in there when the next one would come in, was what was so bad. And he said, are these folks insane or what? So I know exactly how he felt, guys. Uh, talking about old days. Gosh, we had gardens and gardens and gardens. And we worked them darn gardens. We had like 5 rows, and a row would be like 200-foot rows, maybe. And you had 5 rows you did in the morning and 5 rows you did in the evening. And when you finished your 10 rows that day, you just did it again and again and again. Because by the time you got through, you had to start over and start hoeing the rows all over again or picking. So, yeah. And then, I had to help do all that. And then I had to come in and help put all that stuff up and can it and whatever, or whatever, fix whatever for dinner. And my chores never ended. Of course, my brother, he had to help go to the garden or help cut the grass. But then when he got through his chores, he was through. He didn't have to go in there and help with the shelling or the cutting or the canning or any of that kind of stuff. So it kind of got real old. But I guess if you're homesteading, you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you sound like my kids. My oldest daughter was the biggest pig that I have ever seen. I don't know if she's in here now. Bless her heart. If she is, she'll kill me for saying this. But she was so lazy when it came to cleaning house that heifer we had foster kids, and she would pay, her dad would give her money, and she would pay one of the foster kids to clean her room because, once a week they had to clean their room no matter what. It was just the rule. And somebody asked me, said, well, it's their room. Why do you make them clean it? And I said, God, if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to walk. They're already walking level with the bed now, the clothes and things. No, it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty darn bad. And they were bad about carrying cups of something to drink and then just leave the cup sitting there. Oh. Mom used to lay her down for the nap. About time Dark Shadows would come on, and that theme music would freak her out. Oh, I love Dark Shadows. I started watching that when I was about, I guess, 2 or 3 years old because my mom watched it. And at first she wanted us to take naps. And then after a while, she figured out that I wasn't taking no nap. I was watching that show. Boy, I would do everything to stay awake so I could stay in there and watch it. It was just so funny. And I could tell you all the characters and who was who and what was going on back in the day, all the things I remember. I remember one time everybody at my house had been really, really sick, and the First Baptist Church in LaGrange was having a big go meet Santa deal. And so my brother was the only one that wasn't sick, and one of my aunts got him and took him up there to do that. And when he came home, he brought home a Santa Claus, a little stuffed Santa Claus that they had given him. And he came home and gave it to me. And I loved that Santa Claus. It was the greatest thing, because he gave it to me, I guess. I don't know. But we used to be like that when we were little kids. It was quite funny. And then talking about soap operas now. I got stuck on that. Was it Days of Our Lives? Which is the one that has Sonny Corinthos and that whole crew in it? Okay, Carrie. I have a cat that took up. I have 3 dogs. I have goats and sheep. My sheep are all pregnant. Well, I know 3 of them are pregnant. I'm expecting babies come spring. I have 1 horse. I have turkeys and chickens. And that's it for now. But I'm liable to come up with anything. I want to get me some quail, but I'm looking for Bob White quail, and it's really hard to find them here. So I'm going to order me some come spring when we get over the cold spells and all. And that way I can raise my 18 or 20 or 20. I think I'll have to get about 25 probably. But I can sell them because a lot of people want Bob White quail. And I have incubators and everything that I could hatch out 100 eggs, every 17 days or whatever, because that's about what they do. And, Bob White grow almost within 6 weeks, they're laying eggs. I mean, so I would love to get some Bob White and raise them. Yeah. Leonard Mountain Homestead said, yep, Days of Our Lives was good. Yep, I remember those days. But you know what? I haven't watched that stuff in so long. I used to rush home to watch that movie, and I got off from work at 3, and it came on at 3, so I'd miss the first 15 minutes of it because I would rush in the house, and I'd throw everything down, and I'd run in there and turn the TV on, and then I'd get on my treadmill, and I'd walk on my treadmill the whole rest of the 45 minutes of the show so that I could watch my show, and that kept me working out. That was back when I was slim and trim, guys. That hasn't happened in a while. All right, let's see. We got 9 minutes left. Is there anything else that anyone would like to ask me? I know that I'm not had much to say as far as what's going on around here. Just what's been happening in the past. So hopefully things are going to get better. It has turned off right chilly tonight. We weren't expecting it to get quite as cold, but it's already dropped down to about 33 already. General Hospital. Yeah, that's what it was. General Hospital. I would run home to watch that. And the Days of Our Lives, I watched it back when I was in my early 20s. So I knew I had seen it too. But General Hospital is the one that I watched. Came on at 3 o'clock every day. That was Eastern time, of course. And so I would rush home. I got off at 3 and I would rush home. And then they had a rerun of it that came on at like 8 o'clock at night on one of the channels. So if I missed something at that 15 or 20 minutes that I really wanted to check out, find out what I missed, I would go watch it then. But usually by then, I had all these kids, and then I had foster kids, and then all these kids' friends, and my house was always a nut house. And with the pool, the kids were always in the pool and tracking water in and out. It was just horrible. Oh yeah, 33. And that, that's average temperature at night, but it didn't get over 50. Well, it got about 46 degrees was the high today. So yeah, it's I don't like cold weather. I don't like hot weather either. If I had my druthers, I would have it about I would love to live somewhere where it got between 60 and maybe 90. And that would be it. Avita says that her mom was hooked on all my children. Yep. The Days of Our Lives, all my children, and General Hospital. Boy, I had a friend that had a little girl that she babysat for me. Went back when I worked at Playtex back in my 20s, and she would Susan Lucci, that's right. She still looks the same, where she has had to have a lot of work done because she is just too dang pretty for her age. Because she's 80 something years old. It's just unreal. Oh yeah, I love Dallas now. They kept something going on that show all the time. In fact, do you remember the one that played Alexis Carrington? Alexis, I think it was Alexis Carrington was her name. That's why I named my daughter Brandy Alexis, my youngest daughter, because I named her after her. And I said that woman was a bitch, and she don't take no crap from nobody. And I want this child to be just as tough. Everybody laughed at me. Hawaii, yeah, that would be nice, but they have a lot of don't they have a lot of bad weather over there? And man, Hawaii, after all this burning, things may be a lot cheaper over there. I don't know, after all this burning. Let's see. Well, you know, I never did a whole lot of ironing. I would iron just something that I needed, but as thank you, Jovita, I appreciate that. Yeah, uh, I am in LaGrange, Georgia, uh, and so you know, I mean, I am on the eastern coast, I guess. Not really on the coast, but you know, a few hours from the coast. Um, anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all checking in with me. Yes, I know. I'm going to check you out. Oklahoma. What part of Oklahoma are you in? Um, we were over there for the MT Homestead meetup in May and June of this past year. And there's another couple. I am losing my mind. White Rock Homestead. I don't know if you've seen them, but they live there and they're putting out a lot of videos in the area and they are so funny. So, and she knows what she's doing when it comes to editing, guys. So theirs are actually entertaining. But I want to thank you all for coming on and watching the video and giving me all the support that you have. I love every one of you. I appreciate it. And I'm going to check out your channels. Um, if not, I've not already subscribed to you, I will try my best to. And okay, Haskell, but close to Bixby. Okay. All right. Well, I understand that. You know, I have a LaGrange address, but I live closer to West Point. In fact, the opposite side of the road from my side of the road is LaGrange, and across the street is West Point. Yeah, Tara and Jason, that's right. I know it was White Rock, but my mind just went blank and I couldn't think anything. It was just as far as it went, guys. But yep, that's exactly right. Zoning. And you know, that's city too. And they were talking about wanting to incorporate us into it. And we all just had a fit because I mean, I've got animals. So if they put us in there, they're going to have to grandfather me in or something because I'm not getting rid of my animals just because they want to have city. But you guys, I've only got about 2 minutes to go. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm trying, I'm getting better. And so I am going to try to start putting out a lot of content again and try to my best to get those subscribers and get myself monetized and get everything going. I hope that you guys will keep supporting me as well and check out my new videos that I'll be trying to get posted. I love every one of you, and I am going to let y'all go because I know that can't think of who it is that will be going live next. But dang, you know, several times Simply Jan will go live, and then Butler Family Farm for some reason went live a couple of times behind me. And so, and something about the 45th parallel was going live behind me, but then I know that they went live Friday night. So I don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know if they just decided to click in and do something. But thank you guys so much for supporting me. And I'm going to get out of here. Y'all get some rest. Have a good night. And if something happens and I don't see y'all again, y'all have a good Christmas. Bye-bye.